Hi, it's Nathaniel Whiston here, and welcome to a brand new series called Mysteries of West Anglia. Today I'm travelling to the village of Great Gransden. It's to the north of Little Gransden, to the west of Bourne and to the east of Abbottsley. It's in South Cambridgeshire and it's in West Anglia. Today's Mystery of West Anglia takes me to the village of Great Gransden, and there I'll find the oldest post mill in England. A post mill being a windmill that is built on a single post. It was built in 1612 and came out of use in 1890. I don't know why. We still need flour, so presumably they must make that somewhere else now. I don't know why they stopped making it there. The reason I'm going there to see it is because in 1867 something very, very fishy occurred. There was a book of black magic called the Infidel's Bible, which was left in the mill, and it caused it to stop working. Literally, it grinded to a halt. It didn't do anything. When they took the book out, the mill came back into life and started working again. Very spooky, eh? I'm going there to investigate and find out what went on. Once again, this series I'll be filming, directing, presenting, writing, editing, all by myself. My previous collaborator Jeremy has actually returned from living in Dubai. His wife Liz has become pregnant with Jeremy's baby, I hasten to add. At least I think it is. They've decided that they want to have the baby over here, so they've moved back to the United Kingdom's best kept secret, West Anglia, with their tails between their legs. Something to do with Liz's parents can babysit, something like that. I said to Jeremy, you should come with me today to Great Gransden. Help me with one of these videos finally. He said, sorry mate, can't, we're going cot shopping. Cot shopping? Shopping for a cot? Like, you can't do that whenever you want, you can do it online. No, he can't spare the time to come with an old mate to go and visit a once possessed post mill in South Cambridgeshire. Wow, it's his loss. I've been very busy since the last series I made, Sporting Heroes of West Anglia, because I've fulfilled a long-standing ambition of mine and I've written a rock opera. Some would call it a musical, but I would call it a rock opera. I collaborated with two of my former housemates, actually, Jeff and Tanya, because I'd written the story and the lyrics, but the music I'm not that great with. And they're the only musicians I know. They're not very good ones, but they're the only ones I know. And for a small fee, they agreed to help. And it's cobbled together and ready to go. It's called The Living Sea of Waking Dreams, set entirely in West Anglia. And it's about a man who descends into madness when his situation in life becomes increasingly intolerable and painful. But it's a comedy too. There's a lot of light-hearted moments and some very funny set pieces, if I say so myself. Now I'm at the stage where I'm looking for a location to put it on. I'm looking for investors. I want to begin casting. A very exciting time, so keep an eye out for that. Just my luck, it started to rain. That will affect the visual quality of the video, but it won't affect the content quality of the video. Going to park here, and we're here. We're in Great Gransden. It's chucking it down, but fortunately, right next to the mill, I found a portaloo. It's small and it really smells, but I can use it for shelter for a while until the rain eases off. This could be a monsoon. Is this a monsoon? How bad does it have to be called a monsoon? That's tipping it down. I could be here a while. It's not the worst place to spend some time actually. It's quite cosy. You've got the toilet here so you're not going to get caught short. It's alright. The rain has died down somewhat now and I've come out of my sanctuary, and I'll tell you the story of the mill. There was a woman named Elizabeth Webb, and her brother was staying with her at the mill house when he sadly passed away. She went through his belongings and she found a book of black magic called the Infidel's Bible. This put the willies up her, and she said to her husband William Webb, the mill owner, "Can you just burn it, just get rid of it?" And William looked at it and thought, I can make a bit of money here. And he said, you know what, I'm going to take it into town and I'll sell it there, I'll flog it. What he actually did though, was he got the book and he chucked it into the mill and he completely forgot about it, didn't sell it at all, just left it in the mill. From that day, the mill stopped working. He got millwrights, mechanics, engineers, people who know about mills to come out and have a look at it to find out why it stopped working. They all had a look and went, we don't know what's wrong, it looks absolutely fine, it should be working, what's going on? They were all completely confused by it. It stopped working for 3 years. Then one day, the Webb's grandson came to stay, and one morning over the breakfast table, conversation came onto the macabre, the ghoulish. You know how children are interested in that type of thing. Well, Elizabeth Webb recalled this Infidel's Bible that her late brother had, and she began to talk about it. And while she did, William remembered that he hadn't gotten rid of it, that he'd left it in the mill. The grandson was tremendously excited by this, so he ran down here to this mill, scurried up these steps, and sure enough, he found it. He brought it out, and Elizabeth said, right, we're burning it, we're getting rid of it, I do not like this book. And they came here in front of the mill and they got some matches or fire, whatever it was in those days, and they set the book aflame. As soon as they did, the mill sprung into life. The more the book burnt, the quicker the mill began to work. It was a miracle. The family all celebrated joyously that evening. William Webb was saved from bankruptcy, and the mill at Great Gransden in West Anglia was working again. You can see today there's something happening at the mill. Builders doing work, possibly. I'm not entirely sure. There's a spoon there. Very mysterious. Something going on. Could it be black magic, perhaps? I'm not ruling anything out. Is this black magic causing this rain? Did some mysterious force want to scupper my filming of the Infidel's Bible? Is there still something not of this world happening in Great Gransden here in West Anglia? You've got to admit, it's odd. So much rain today when I come to do this filming, trying to ruin this episode, the first episode of the series, telling me to go away. There's a dog barking, telling me to leave. How did the Infidel's Bible come into the possession of Elizabeth Webb's brother? I don't know. An infidel is someone who doesn't follow a particular faith. And in the last census taken here in Great Gransden, 21% of villagers do not follow a particular faith. That must mean there's hundreds of Infidel's Bibles knocking around the village now. It's not a problem nowadays because they don't need the mill to work, and so it's not going to have any effect. The sign said this was a footpath, but as you can see, there's not many feet which can go down that path. So I've got to go back where I came. Poor old Jeremy. He could be out here with me, enjoying, investigating this wonderful mystery of West Anglia, and instead he's stuck in some shop looking for a cot. Where would you rather be? I checked the forecast today and it said sunny. I've just looked on my phone, it says sunny, 17 degrees. Doesn't look like it. How does a book cause a mill to stop working? How does a book cause a mill to stop working? I've been racking my brains over this one. That is the undeniable truth of this case. That is the one cold hard fact. If we believe nothing else, then we have to believe the book caused the mill to stop working. It must have been cursed. Cursed books go all the way back to the medieval period. They did it then to discourage thieving. They had to do something before the invention of CCTV cameras. So they'd say the book's cursed. If anyone steals it, then some punishment will come your way, and that deterred a lot of people. This infidel's Bible must have been cursed, but who cursed it? Elizabeth Webb's brother, he died, perhaps because of the curse of this book, and then when he died, the book went on to curse the mill. I don't know. The more you look into this, the more mysterious it becomes. I'm very interested to know what other books Elizabeth Webb's brother had in his possession. But when he died, all of his belongings, they sold them, they gave them away, or they burnt them. Do you ever think what's going to happen to your belongings when you die? Chances are they'll be sold, given away, or burnt. That's quite sad, isn't it? Black magic is a funny one. It's something you see a lot in history, in rural West Anglia, for example. Nowadays, you don't hear much about it. I'll tell you why. The internet. Yeah, the internet killed it. Back in those days, things would happen, strange things would occur, and people wouldn't know what it was. So they'd say, oh, it was black magic. Nowadays, people, they don't know what something is. They go online, they look it up. Oh, that's what it was. They watch a video about it. Not the greatest weather in the world, but I've had a wonderful time walking around the wonderful village of Great Gransden, telling the story of the Infidel's Bible. Very mysterious, wasn't it? I don't think we'll ever get to the bottom of what really went on there. It's been the perfect start to the series, and I hope it's whet your appetite for more. I'm Nathaniel Whiston, and I'll see you again next time for another episode of Mysteries of West Anglia. Goodbye.